Greetings and welcome back to Pasta with Pasta. Today not a request but some more budget cooking because I pretty much wanted to do that again. So for today we are going to need some pasta as always. We will need some minced beef. We will need some feta cheese. Some salt for the pasta, some tomato paste, oil for frying, and in terms of seasoning, some more salt, pepper, rosemary, and if you like it spicy, some cayenne pepper. And that's pretty much all for today, so let's start cooking. Right, so I already set up the pasta water because we will fry the pasta. And I will start with the feta cheese. I won't need the entire block because that would be a bit much. So I'm taking a quarter, which is about 50 grams. And the rest I will just, keep for myself. And put it into the fridge later. There we go. And now I will just cut it in small pieces. You can do that with your hands as well. But it is quite, let's say dirty work as it is, so maybe not use your hands entirely. Anyways, yeah, I want this to be little grains of feta cheese, so I can distribute it in the pasta later on. So yeah, this looks quite alright. And you already know how to cook pasta, at least I hope by now you know. So I will bring you back in when I start frying, when the pasta is done. So I think I'll see you in about 10-15 minutes depending on my stove. Alright, pasta water is cooking, so I can now add the pasta and put the heat level down to about, level 5 to 6 of 9. So put in the pasta, start the timer as per usual, and now I can start frying the minced meat. So I already put oil in the pan, and I can put in the minced meat. Come on, you don't need that anymore. And we want it to be smaller pieces, and it has to be fried thoroughly so that it isn't raw anymore, pretty much. So, come on now. Well, the pan is preheating, and cooking the minced meat takes about 5 to 6 minutes, I guess, since my pan isn't the fastest as well, or since my stove isn't the fastest. And the pasta goes in afterwards as well as the feta cheese. Because I don't want it to melt entirely, I want to taste the little bits of feta cheese, and I don't want one big mix of everything. Now, are you getting heat? A little bit. Okay, I'll bring you back in when I started frying. There we go. Now it started frying, and I can wait until all the little bits of minced meat are cooked thoroughly. What I can do now, even before everything is cooked entirely, is add the tomato paste. Do it to your liking. I use about 1 tablespoon, about that much, because I like the tomatoey flavor. And but if you don't like it that much, you use a little bit less. always spice up to your liking, not to mine. I mean, it's your kitchen you're standing in afterwards, so yeah. So much for that. Yeah, come back, you. Silly thing. And I can add as well the rosemary. Rosemary is an herb you can add while frying. Other herbs, not that as much. They tend to get bitter or don't taste very good afterwards, but rosemary is great when you add it while frying your stuff. Especially with steak or pork chops. Pretty much everything you can fry up and or grill. This is starting to look good. And 2.5 minutes more on the clock in terms of the pasta. So I will cook this some more, grain it down a little bit more, and I will bring it back in when I add the other ingredients, so the pasta, the feta cheese, and so on and so forth. Before we do that, put down the heat on your meat to about 1/3. Not too much heat because we already cooked it and we don't want it to burn. Right, timer is always almost up. I stirred a little bit more, but yeah, basically this is done for now. So I can stop the timer, put that thing away. Put down the heat entirely on that one. We need heat on that one. And now pasta goes in here. And now stir it so the pasta gets fried as well and it mixes with your tomatoed up minced meat. Right. Yeah, about like that. And don't lose little noodles like I do. Oh well. Right. So now I will add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Not too much. Do it according to your the number of your pasta. No, according to how much pasta you got in there. Same goes for the pepper. Don't use too much. I will use a little bit of salt, but since we use salt on the pasta water as well, we won't need that much. And now, last but not least, add the feta cheese. All of it. Boom. It goes away, and now mix it. Mix it and fry it a little bit on the very small heat we got. To remember you, I have about 1/3 of my maximum heat right now. So not that much. And that is something you shouldn't do, which I have done right now. No, the field is still hot and I should be more careful. Yeah, so just fry it up a little bit. And, well, not so much the frying as the mixing is quite important, so that should be enough for now. Turn down the heat and I will see you back at my table when I'm ready to serve. And there we go. I would call it, well, pseudo-Greek style fried pasta. Pretty much fried pasta with minced meat and feta cheese. So, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, rate, comment, subscribe and share. And I certainly hope to see you next time as well. And if you have any requests, put them down in the comments below or post me a message on Twitter, YouTube or whatever. And I will be happy to cook them sometime. Anyways, see you next time. Yours faithfully, the Pastafarian.